Sweet. So I've had a question, and I'd like to address it with a little bit of some mobility tips for you guys. So someone asked me the other day how they can include more of their mobility stuff or their mobility training into their regular training. Usually I go off and I go, hey, I want you to understand that mobility is your training. And I get into a big philosophical thing and people just go like, yeah, okay, he's talking again. But I think it's important for people to understand it's very simple. And that is, I'd like those of you who are part of this community or who regularly partake in a big compound lift at some point. So maybe you're deadlifting today and you got to ask yourself, well, could you put together something that's just off to the side? So something like, hey, I'm going to step in and I'm going to do my sets and I'm going to knock out a couple deadlifts and then I'm going to stand over here and rest. And at that point, you can either do something productive with your time, or you can just wait and rest. Or perhaps you could use that productivity towards one of your issues. Maybe you have a shoulder that needs a little bit more range of motion. Maybe you know there are some drills that have been given to you by your physio that needs to rehab something else. And all you got to do is do a little bit of set of that. It's not going to drain a whole buttload of your energy away from what you're doing in that deadlift set or any other lift, but it will give you something productive to do with your rest time. That doesn't just zap your energy out. So I think of myself and I go, you know, I'd really like to address these hips. So while I'm knocking out my bench presses, I step over, and the other day I was like, you know what, I'm going to gather up a few of these hip rotations. And I'm just going to do a few. It's not going to eat into a big load of my recovery, but what it does, it gets me that one step closer to my hips feeling a whole lot better. So just add one little thing into your training and see how that goes for you. Cha-cha-cha.